Welcome back to the social science lesson, the second chapter of sociology, labor. We learn in this chapter division of labor, inequality and discrimination in employment, labor with pay and labor without pay, laborers of unorganized and organized sectors, and what are the challenges of unorganized laborers. Plato, in his book The Republic, he writes on the division of labor. He says, human society is formed on natural inequalities, which means in the society we come across the inequalities based on the work. This natural inequality is based on division of labor. So, based on what there is inequality means it is based on the division of labor, which means there are few people who wants to work like works that are very high, like for example to be the doctor, teacher, lawyer, office work, and they don't want to work other like coolie work, anything that is very low. That's called a society need is fulfilled by different divisions of people. So in the entire society we come across there are many people who are doing different types of jobs. So in that way society's need is being fulfilled. For example, the food is produced by farmers, clothes by weavers, and dresses are produced by tailors. The division of labor leads to organic merger of various sections of society, which means there are different works are there. Now say we want rice. Rice is produced by so many people. So many people are involved to in order to produce that rice. So all those people are merging in order to produce one product. Same way for every other product in the society. The division of labor is necessary to fulfill the needs of social, economic, and political needs of the society. So, division of labor is needed in the society. That means one person cannot do all the works. So, division of labor is needed in the society in order to fulfill the social, economic, and political needs of the society. But there should be no exploitation in this process. We say there should not be any exploitation, but we see today's society there is exploitation. In these pictures we can see different works are done by different people. This is called as the division of labor. Let us see what is according to Karl Marx division of labor. He says division of labor creates less skilled workers. So why he says less skilled workers? Now when we speak about a particular work, now say when we take for example garments factory. In the garment factory, if the shirt is being manufactured, that one shirt is not stitched by only one person. Each part of the shirt is stitched by different people. So a particular person will not know how to stitch a shirt because their work is only one piece work. So in this way ultimately they all of them are involved to stitch one shirt. So he says he's like for example in the shirt there is collar, they have to put buttons, sleeves, stitching. So one person is doing the collar, another person puts the button, the finally everything is stitched by one person. So here the division of labor creates less skilled workers. So all of them, those who are there in the garment section, they will not know how to do the shirt, the entire shirt, but only the piece work which is entrusted to them they will know. He classifies division of labor into two different divisions. Let's see what are those. Economic labor, according to his opinion, economic labor and social labor. Economic labor means the use of the technology, people cooperation, and they earn the money. Social labor, the division of social labor achieves social control through class, status, and stratification that is existing in the society. Division of labor. A different division of labor can be seen in post or industrialized society than industrialized society. So after the before the industrial industries came into existence, this division of labor was more. After that, we see less division of labor. In the present digital world, the division of labor is done through computers. So like for example, programming, all this is done in the computers. For example, in the information, that is IT sector society, the division is based on various skills in using the computers. For everything today, programming, everything is used to do in the computers. As we consult a doctor for different ailments, the computer technicians are consulted for various aspects of information technology related issues. So if our bones are broken, we go to ortho doctor. If the children are sick, we take them to the pediatrician. So same way, each particular thing is done by particular persons, not by everybody. Specialization creates division of labor. So let's see what is specialization. Here, specialization means having deeper knowledge and in-depth skill in one particular field. If I know computers, only computers. Otherwise, I will not do any other thing because I do not know. Division of labor has helped people to gain skill in a field and earn economic benefits in accordance to their skills. So if I know computer, regarding computer, I will do all the work and I earn income. Due to economic interest and division of labor, class system has emerged. So because of this, I know the division of the discrimination. I want to do only this particular work, so I will only be specialized in that, and they earn the money. Due to economic interest and since division of labor found widespread accessibility, business and industrialization emerged. So because of this specialization, the industries, business, everything came into existence. As a result, few people could invest more and earn more profit. So because of this, people started to earn more income. Then what is labor? Labor means earning in cash or kind, either money or gift for the work that they have done. Labor means earning in cash or kind by providing one's manual or intellectual labor. So either they are using their physical strength or in intelligence. They are using any one and earning the money is called as labor. Labor is an important aspect of human society. So, without the labor, just imagine in the society how the things would have been. All of us need to work. Labor means a function done in order to achieve something. So, I am doing in order to achieve either the money or the satisfaction. If a result is available for a person either in cash or kind due to one's physical work, then it is called labor. So, I am teaching in order to earn money. I am teaching so that the children learn some values. So, this is called as labor. Stratified division of labor and inequality. With the emergence of stratified division of labor, inequality starts in the society. So, stratified means a particular people must do one particular work. Others must do this work. So because of these divisions, there is a inequality in the society. Hence, in the Indian context, labor has not remained a mere economic activity. So in our society, the labor is not only the economic activity, even to satisfy the people. It has become part of social structure with inequalities. So today, labor is part of the society today. It is not away from the society. The labor in India has been mixed with gender, caste, region, and religion. So, today, when we speak about labor, it is mixed with the gender. Men should work only this work, women should do only household work. Caste. So, different caste also have got their work. Now, for example, Dobi, they have only to wash, they should not do other work. That is the mentality of the people. And the particular region, this region people should do this work. And religion, this has resulted in various forms of inequalities in Indian society. If a person moves upwards with his status and role, his power and income also rises. So there are a lot of inequalities in the Indian society, and those of them who are doing a good jobs, they are becoming powerful and they earn more income.